You want to find happiness in your life? I'm going to show you how to find it and what to do with it right now. What's up, everyone? I'm Michael, and I help people transform their consciousness, their relationships, their behavior, and their reality. Here we go. All right, everybody, here we go. Happiness, happiness, happiness. We're always looking for it. It's a huge topic in the world, and I just want to share my perspective on it, on how I found it from not having it. First thing is happiness is something that we should strive to receive and strive to feel. We're brought up in the world a lot of times thinking happiness isn't a right. Well, in a way that it's not, but it's something that we can focus on. I used to say this to relatively my parents growing up. I used to say, well, that doesn't make me happy, or, how are we supposed to find happiness? Or happiness would come up, right? And I would get back from some relatives or from older generational, members in the family, or, friends that we call family, and I would get the answer, well, life's not about being happy. Well, there's two sides to that. And the first side is that I understand that some people have had to work very, very hard in their life, and they've had some things that can be perceived as extremely difficult, and there are some challenges in people's lives that I personally cannot even comprehend how I would live with. But for the majority of people, we can find happiness in all the right places instead of looking for them in the wrong places. And when I took a look at my life and I said, okay, I want to be happy. What makes me happy? I started focusing and making intentions on my actions to bring happiness into my life. So, happiness, what is happiness? Do we ever stop to think about what is happiness and how we attract happiness into our life? Well, happiness can meld into many other things like love and feeling, and other good feeling vibrational, adjectives that we can put on it. But the smiley face, right? Happiness. It's a sense of nothing can get any better. I don't want any more. Nothing can get any better than what I already have. How awesome would that be to feel that? Do I feel that way all the time? No. But one thing I work on is that when I'm feeling unhappy, I'm getting better and better and better and quicker and quicker and quicker of returning back to that place. And that is a skill. That's like a memory, like a muscle memory in our body that we can start to build upon. So the first most important time of our life is when we wake up and when we go to bed. Because we are creators of our life. We are the masters. This isn't what is told to us in the modern world, but when you start to realize who and what we are, that we are masters of our life, created from the master of all intelligence, of all wisdom, of all creation. We were created and we create our life from where we awaken to the possibility of being a creator. That's the most important moment of our life, is when we say, I'm ready to start creating. And when that moment happened to me, that life wasn't just a bunch of uncontrollable circumstances spiraling out of my control, and that I can control my own choices. Everything else I let go of. But what I can control are my choices. And my choices are the foundation of my existence. And there are laws of the universe and work that we can start to get in touch with the more that we start to rely on our own choices in our life and not external realities and other people's perceptions. So, Mike, that's a lot of stuff to be said. How do we get happy as right now, right? Okay, let me share with you what I do, and I would like you to just reflect back upon your life to see how this may work for you. I wake up in the morning every day, and I walk out and I stretch my body and I think of everything that is good in my life. I look out the window and I see the sun. Wow, the sun, right? The sun gives us life. It's an angel of the earth. The earth itself is an angel, the way that I perceive it. The angel of the sun, the angel of the moon, the angel of the air. So first of all, my perception on the morning has changed. And I'm so grateful that the sun, it feels so good when it's cold out and the sun comes up and hits you in the face. The first thing I do when I walk out of my bedroom in the morning is I touch my girl's butt. Feels great. It's a nice little butt and I touch it. It's awesome. Makes me feel great. It's awesome, right? Just, as a guy, just tapping your girl's butt. Nothing hard, just a little jiver in the morning. It feels great. And then I just walk over to my dogs, my 2 6-pound teacup poodles, and I give them massages and I pet them. And I look deeply at all the little aspects of their body that I don't look at on a normal basis. So I dedicate like 5 to 10 minutes out of my morning to just petting my 2 dogs and reflecting in how good that feels. And I give them massages and I look at the little tongues that rolls around their face and their eyes move in all weird positions and their ears flop around and like they roll on their back and they're just wanting more and they make all these funny noises and they sneeze and you're giving them a massage so they're releasing all this tension in their body and and I laugh and I chuckle every morning because I have the thought that I ain't no master of anything. They're my masters. I feed them, I pet them, I do everything I can for them, and I pick them up, and they are my masters because they're like I call them my floor angels. Okay, so when I wake up in the morning and I walk out and I touch my girl's butt, and she's been doing these workouts that like tighten the butt, so the butt's just getting turned into more of a butt, and I pet my dogs. I'm so happy in the morning sometimes I could pop. And I take that feeling and I create the rest of my day from it. So when I'm feeling great and then I move into my morning routine and depending on how much time in the day, whether I meditate or do yoga or I juice or sometimes I do sort of cleansing routine in my body, doesn't matter. But it all starts with that moment of feeling good. And in that moment of feeling good, we create the rest of our day, right? We create the rest of our day, and I think about my day and I look at my schedule sometimes, whether I have a client or 2 clients or I'm making a video or maybe I'm doing a group call at night, whatever it is, whatever I want to do, whatever I have going on in the day, I wake up and I think about my life and my routine and my day and even the issues, the struggles, the things that happen to me. I think about it through the lens of the happiness. Therefore, when the hard times come, I transmute it with that happiness and love, and there's a lot of other vibrational things that I can speak about, but this happiness is powerful. So powerful. It's like a burning torch that you can have in your life. And it has nothing to do with being perfect. It has nothing to do with being rich. It has nothing to do with that you have no problems. Yet, a couple days ago, I just had one of the most closest people in my life leave this earth on his own accord. And it was a very hard thing, a shock in the world for me. And I did not let myself go into the depths. I still woke up every morning and I would find the happiness, and slowly I would start to transmute my perception from that event into a happier place. And I started to realize what I was doing more on a deeper level from this event happening in my life. And I was like, man, this is something I want to share because it's happening quicker now and it's happening with more efficiency. And I realized that it's like a powerful tool and skill that we can have in our life. But it is so important to start our day right. So many people, we rush with coffee, right? We wake up in the morning, we're groggy, we go get our cup of coffee, We read the paper, we watch the news, which is like, oh my gosh, horrible programming just going into our brain. No happiness is found in any of that stuff, okay? Coffee stimulates you, gets your adrenal glands burned out. It does not so good things for the body. It's acidic, okay? I'm not here to tell you to drink coffee or not, okay? Drink coffee if you want, but maybe something can happen before that. So we get up, we drink our coffee, we do something, we turn on our phone, or we jump right into conversation, or we immediately start thinking about work. No, my people, my family. We wake up, even if you only have 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes of intention and focus that we can have on happiness, of goodness in your life. And yes, 90% of the people out there, I look around and I see the way the world lives, and most people have something in their life that can bring them happiness. But it's the focus and the reflection on it. Because I was at a time in my life where I was waking up with all the things around me now that make me so happy. Sometimes I'm just going to go and like yellow smoke and white smoke's going to come out of my head from so much happiness sometimes. It's just going to go, and little smiley faces are just going to go like emojis everywhere, right? But I didn't see it. I didn't perceive. I wasn't receiving it. So I would walk by all these things and not feel happy. I mean, I would feel good, but that happiness, that feeling, that upliftment, that smiley emoji feeling wasn't there. So when we start to intend to, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and say you have a goldfish, okay? I don't got pets, Mike. I don't got cats. I live in an apartment. Okay, maybe you have a goldfish, or maybe you don't have any living thing around you. Do you have a plant? Sometimes I have like this cactus in my bedroom, and it grows all weird, and I like get a kick out of just looking at this cactus that I've had for a long time. It's growing like all weird, and I'm just like, like it just puts me in a good mood. It makes me happy. Or I can focus on a little plant that I've been watering for like 15 years, and now it's big, and I look at it, it makes me happy because it's growing, and it's just happy. It makes me happy, so I focus on it. But not only do I focus on it, I focus on the happiness that it brings me. So there's things which, like, we have things in our life, and yes, they make us feel good, but if we focus on the feeling of that which it gives us, we take a step back into a deeper perception of everything. We focus on the feeling and not so much the physical thing or the physical construct that is bringing us that feeling, and then we can take that feeling, and that feeling is communication to the creative energy that we have within us to create our life from the place of a good feeling. Shoo! I hope I can transmute this in a way to you, because this has changed my life. So look into your life. I invite you, take a look, sit down in a chair and think about what makes you happy, what makes you feel good. And instead of focusing on that, you focus on the feeling. When I pet my dogs and I touch my girl's butt, it's not that I'm focusing on the butt, although that's a good thing to focus on, and I can focus on my dogs, and that's a good thing to focus on. I focus on the feeling that it gives me. And then that feeling becomes something you can call in again, because you're used to it, and you're starting to get used to that feeling, and you're starting to make it like a muscle in your body that grows. So, wake up in the morning, start your day with a good feeling. It will change your life. Give it a try. Give it 1 month. Pick something every single day, and instead of focusing on that, it's focusing on the feeling of that which it gives you. Let that feeling in and bask in the feeling, and then take your day with that feeling. So, I would love to know what it is that brings you happiness that you're going to start your day off with. So please subscribe to me. I got a lot more coming. And please leave me a comment with what you're going to start your day off to bring me happiness. And I want to know what you think about this video. I really do. I'm getting going here on all this, so give me a help. I'm making this video for all of you because I was a man that was lost and unhappy, and not that I'm like some super happy, found, a know-it-all guy. I'm just maybe one step ahead from somebody, a half a step ahead, even a little nudge ahead. Because from where I am now, from where I was, I see a difference in myself, and I speak to my older self because I recognize some people may still be there. So please reach out to me. I'm extremely accessible. I want to know what you think. That's why I'm doing this YouTube stuff. I'm stepping into it because it's my way to reach the world. So get at me. I love you, and there's a lot more to come.